A leader is the first among equals. He or she will be the one who will lead the way and set the example. Now sometimes when we establish a leadership role, we have a tendency to commit all of our time and effort into those who will be training for that day. This is common, and I must say nearly every new leader will do this. But this approach is not sustainable. And if you think back to when you were first trained, it was by you watching a good leader set a very good example, that's how you learned. Think about it on an aeroplane, during the safety announcement. You will hear, in the unlikely event of an accident, oxygen masks will drop from the ceiling. Fix your oxygen mask on first before you begin to help other people. Now, why do they say this? Well, it's pretty simple. In the event of an emergency, there's not much point you trying to assist other people if you don't have a steady flow of oxygen running through your own body. And that is exactly the same with leadership. So always remember, as a leader, my role and my duty is to be an example. I'm the example of the work ethic by pushing the law of averages every single day. I'm going to be the epitome of attitude by showing that no no's or no number of obstacles will put me off my plan. They will not faze me. I will show that I'm a studious example by showing how I plan every day and network on a day-to-day basis. People should be inspired by the example that you actually set. Now, we'll reference the next leadership mentality in a number of videos. That is being the swan. The swan is smooth, graceful approach on top of the surface. But underneath the surface, they're working away like crazy. Their feet are going back and forward. Now, on a day-to-day basis as a leader, there are going to be many things that simply do not go to plan. And guys, that's just life. Your territory plan might not go as expected. Your retrain may forget their iPad. They may forget their pitch. So many things will go against what was expected. Just remember that all great leaders were made in times of war and not in times of peace. Now, don't worry about this one. You're not going to have to grab a shield and a spear and go to war. But as a leader, I'm going to expect that things will not go to plan. And I'm going to gracefully maneuver myself around any obstacles that will arise throughout the day. And lastly, one of the leadership mentalities, which I feel is one of the most important, is simply, if I play today, I'm going to win today. Now let me break that one down. In a game of sport, let's play football or soccer. If two players from opposing sides go into a tackle, now if I go in with 70% commitment and the opposition goes in with 100% commitment into that tackle, what will happen? Well, first of all, they will win the ball, which is never good. But secondly, I'll probably end up getting hurt. The same applies with the field. It has all the no's queued up and ready for you on that day. It's ready to hand out all the no's. So you're going to be ready to go with 100% commitment to hitting your goals. Have a solid plan and be ready to maximize on that plan. Then, as you develop your leadership skills, you'll be given the opportunity to train. I always see training as a privilege. Find out what the person you're going to be working with needs to work on. What skills do they need to improve on that day? Your role of the leader is then to attack that plan for the day. The same applies with recruitment, with networking, with public speaking, whatever it may be. Give it everything you've got. This will help you reap the rewards later down the line.